someday, I think maybe even soon, but soon might be a year away, I can just teach an agentic browser, follow me today, do it tomorrow. Right.
That's what I was wondering. It's like, can I give that tutorial that I made to walk people through it? Can I just give that to some AI and say, hey, if nothing else, tell me how I can optimize this whole process. Maybe that's the first step. And how do I maybe combine some steps? And, it's got to be I would hope there's some hooks and some API maybe into the services that we use that could automatically pull that data instead of having to cut and paste this or, do that.
Yes. So many of the services that we use have APIs. And that's where I started having the exact same thought. It's like, okay, well, in theory, I do all of this in a browser. Yep. Therefore, you, the AI, because I've let you control my browser, you can do this too. And the answer is, no, it cannot. Not yet. Yeah. But so I started thinking, same thing you did. Like, okay, what are the APIs? And it was like, okay, wait a minute. I could Claude code up, vibe code, an app, a web app that, we use a service called Auphonic that we upload the audio to, and we upload like some other very sort of rudimentary metadata to it and the image. And then it crunches everything together, uploads it to our server, and gives us URLs that we can then put into WordPress. Okay, great. So all I got to do is I got to find an API for that Auphonic service. I got to find an API for WordPress, and I need to glue all that together somehow, right?
Yeah, get them to talk to each other.
Yeah, and have an engine that kind of oversees that process and does whatever we need it to do at the right times it needs to do it. It's like, all right, well, I'm pretty sure Auphonic has an API. And if it doesn't, I know Georg, the guy that, I know both of the partners over there at Auphonic that run that business. And they're all about automation. Like that's their business. So I'm pretty sure they already have an API, but if they don't, they would love this idea. And then also WordPress has APIs. That would be fine. And I was like, okay, like I could do this. Like this is fine, and I could link it with an LLM to maybe do the get the transcript of it.
Yeah, create a summary of it.
Use that to create the summary instead of just the show notes that I create. Even though the summaries from the show notes generally work really well. Mm-hmm. But give me something that I can review. And because that matters, and it's like, make sure it's not saying that we did something that we didn't do because it misunderstood. Okay, fine. And then, coming up with the 10 titles and me picking one or workshopping, one or whatever. And then the image can be the same thing. And depending on, we talked about the formulas for the images that we have for different shows. And it's like, okay, well, that's fine. We can, we can come up with that. You, the AI, can do the rest. I was like, vibe coding this would be actually fairly straightforward right now. I mean, it would take a little time, but I know how to massage these prompts. And
it would be amazing.
I know how to do it. And then not only do we get it for this show and my other two shows, but now I can add that to Backbeat Media's offerings and be like, hey, podcaster, if you're part of our system, you get to do this
access
too.
To this.
Yeah. So
I think it's good.